I'm no leader. I'm not a king.
Atlantis has always had a king. Now I need something more.
But what could be greater than a king?
A hero.
DCEU expects to win back the public trust with Aquaman? What's happening, guys? Cranky old geek here. Aquaman dropped another trailer recently. Aquaman, directed by James Wan, starring Jason Momoa, is the story of Arthur Curry, a man who learns he is the heir to the throne of Atlantis and needs to be a hero to the world. Yay. So when it was announced way back in the day, just a couple of years ago, that Aquaman was going to be part of the Justice League, and there was a promotional photo of Jason Momoa with the trident and all tattooed up and everything else, I'm looking at it and I'm thinking, damn, that ain't your pappy's Aquaman. See, if you're less than 25 or even 30 years old, the only Aquaman you know on film or screen is Jason Momoa, or this Aquaman, or this Aquaman, or the cool bearded Aquaman with the harpoon for half an arm, or this Aquaman, or this clean-cut Aquaman. That ain't Aquaman on film, people, I'm telling you. Those of us my age, we fondly remember Aquaman from the Super Friends. And his own animated series before that. Aquaman, the comic relief of the DC animated universe. I just made that term up. Aquaman, who has no special abilities whatsoever when he's outside of water, used to have the equivalent of Robin award his own boy wonder, Aqualad, is now in the 21st century after first appearing in Justice League, which, for the record, I have not seen in its entirety. It just looks that bad. And Aquaman in the Justice League, as I saw it, this isn't Aquaman. They're trying to make him cool, and you can't. It's like Bumblebee in the Transformers. They tried to make him cool, and while he's mildly cool, to me, it's not Bumblebee. Even in the Bumblebee solo film coming up, I more believe that as Bumblebee being a VW bug, but Bumblebee in those films kicks too much ass to be Bumblebee. Same here with Aquaman. In Justice League, you saw him kick a lot of butt. Out of water, he has standard superhero powers. You can check off the boxes: enhanced strength, invulnerability for the most part. I mean, if there's no water around, he's just a carbon cutout superhero as far as abilities. Now he gets his own big budget origin film, which will display a lot of Aquaman in his underwater environment, in his natural, heroic environment, swimming really fast, probably using his aquatic telepathy, which was so fun to watch in the Super Friends because half the time it didn't work. He'd try to talk to his undersea friends, and a minute later be like, I can't talk to my undersea friends! It's not working! Oh my god, people, why? Why does the DC extended universe think Aquaman is the vehicle to make up for Justice League, Batman v Superman, Man of Steel was okay? The DCEU is in chaos. The only thing they got going for them is Wonder Woman. And they're following it up with a big special effects bonanza of the lamest character you can think of, Aquaman. Now, back to this trailer. If you saw this trailer knowing it was a superhero movie but didn't know what hero it was, or if you are of the younger generation and have no concept of the Super Friends Aquaman, then this movie looks pretty cool. It has boatloads of eye candy special effects wise. Looks like it has lots of action. It looks really slick, which is interesting because the director, James Wan, so far as I know, his directorial experience is mostly in the horror genre, directing most of the Saw films, Insidious, Annabelle. There's maybe one or two movies, none of which of these I've really seen. I'm not a horror genre watcher, by habit, so I haven't really seen, certainly not a lot of Saw. I haven't seen them, but I know a lot of these movies have been well received. So he's stepping into the big budget superhero movie waters, and again, as what you see on the trailer, it looks good, but, a trailer is a trailer. Jason Momoa seems cool. He says a lot of cool things like, yeah, that's badass, and things like that. He's got the long flowing hair and the tattoos. Doesn't look like the old Aquaman I know. Of course, at the very end of the trailer, the parting shot is Aquaman in his classic costume. Still looks lame, even if it is Jason Momoa in it. The orange and the green, and it's very bright and glistening, and I don't know. From an action standpoint, it looks like James Wan may have gone to the Michael Bay school of photography or cinematography, I should say. Particularly with the sequence of Amber Heard's character being chased as she's running across rooftops. And, that looks, if that's not Transformer Michael Bay-ish, I don't know what is. And some of the other battle shots, the wide-angle shots of battle going on with integrating effects with practical effects in the landscape. It just seems very Michael Bay-ish, which isn't necessarily a bad thing as long as it's not overdone. But there looks like a whole ton of fighting in this movie, and a metric ton of CGI effects. Everything underwater is CGI except for the actors. So you got to wonder if that's going to take away from the look of the film in those underwater battle sequences. Atlantis looks very shiny and pristine, maybe a little too much so. I think maybe the effects, the look may not be right in all those underwater environments, in my opinion. But still, it's very action heavy. Jason Momoa looks like, as I said, a cool Aquaman, which is seems like a contradiction in terms, in my opinion. What does look extremely interesting to me is almost a risk on James Wan's part by actually retaining the look of the Black Manta. That's a very faithful look for that character, and I don't know. Since I'm not a fan of Aquaman, I don't even know that much about the Black Manta. But I know the look. And very surprisingly, they really kept faithful to that look. And at least in this trailer, it doesn't look corny. It looks good. So that's a very interesting choice, and I'm actually kind of glad that James Wan has gone in that direction. But overall reaction to this trailer, it looks like it could be popcorn fun. But then again, I thought Batman v Superman was popcorn fun. Those are my thoughts on the Aquaman trailer. Please, if you enjoyed this video and you enjoyed my complaining and ranting about the lame Aquaman, please hit that thumbs up button. If you like the content of the channel in general, please consider subscribing, notification bell. Most importantly, if you agree or disagree, I want to know. Tell me what you think. Hit me up in the comments below. I respond to everything. And that's about all I got. Catch you next time.